So it's time for another gardening week video, and it's been dominated by COVID for me. I've still got it, and I'm still sort of just managing to do 1 or 2 hours a day or something like that, but I'm pretty tired. But still got a few things done, good things and bad things. So first thing, in the back garden, harvested the first of the main crop onions, and I was really pleased with those. Those were interplanted into the parsnip beds, and I was really pleased to get those out because a lot of my onions have been going to seed, and so I managed to get almost all, like 95% of those out of the ground and drying without any really, as I say, going to seed. So very happy with that. Parsnips are now growing on, and I really do like that as a technique, interplanting onions into parsnips. They just work so well together, they don't really interfere too much with each other. So next thing got all those beds in the back garden all prepared, so they're all ready for planting, and the seedlings are actually ready now, so I'll be planting those next week. So those beds have stood idle for a whole week, which is a bit unusual for me, but as I say, COVID. Next up, processed all the garlic. So again, this is perfect kind of COVID jobs, sitting out on the patio, nice and chilled, working my way through a massive stack of garlic, and again I was pretty happy with the result of that. Once I'd taken out all the ones that were the keepers for long-term storage, and the ones for green garlic and the seeds for next year, I didn't really have many scrappy ones left. So just, I don't know, about 4 litres or so of those, maybe, I don't know, a couple of kilograms. And those will be just the ones we'll use between now and sort of December time. And on the allotment, what have I been doing? Well, lots of tidying up in this polytunnel. Needed a lot of tidying up after a couple of weeks away. Side shooting and all of that sort of thing, and training all the cucumbers into the roof and the like. Debbie's been doing loads of preserving, so loads of fruit in the freezer, a few jams, lots of pickled cucumbers and that sort of thing. So she's been busy while I've been sitting around watching Stargate. And I did manage to harvest all of the onions. That was a sorry tale. I made a separate video all about that, but suffice it to say, the onions that were meant to be Red Baron weren't Red Baron, which was really disappointing because they're such good keepers and they grow so well for me here in my sandy soil. And loads of them went to seed. So anyway, let's set that aside. Moving on. Got all those beds that the onions were in all prepared and ready for planting up next week. Again, I'm really excited to get all this new stuff planted. Sowed loads of seeds. So I have brought a little bit of my seed sowing forward a couple of weeks, partly just because I had the time, just stuck at home, and partly because I cleared the onion beds. I normally clear them about the first week in August, and obviously I've cleared them about 2 weeks before then. So I'm a little bit short of seedlings to plant right now. So I kind of think, well, if I get some things in a little bit earlier than I was planning, maybe I can get an extra succession in before I need to clear things for the winter and autumn and spring crops. The winter and spring crops. So yeah, loads and loads of seeds. I'll put them up at the side. I don't know which side it comes up on the screen, so you can see the seeds that I've got sown. Brought a few, as I say, forward from August. You can't always do that. It depends on the seeds. So things like spring cabbages and the like, you can do that with perhaps, but you don't want to do that with, say, your main crop spring onions, for example. And that, I think, is pretty much it for my gardening week. I'm going to do a harvest though this week. I don't think I've done a harvest video for a couple of weeks, so it'll be interesting to see how things are transitioning. Have we got a lot of summer stuff? I think we will. So here's our first true kind of summer harvest table, I would guess, where we've actually got an abundance of summer fruits and not that much else. That's our objective really, is to focus on the summer fruits and get as many beds planted up now for autumn, winter and spring. So I'll quickly run through this. Got the French beans. That is a pretty big container of French beans there. Tomatoes that we're going to use for cooking. So they're sort of the lower grade ones that are split in a bit and things. Huge numbers of courgettes, the round ones and the yellow ones there, and the green normal ones. golden and red beetroots, chili peppers, sweet peppers, all of those there. Ridiculous numbers of cucumbers. Debbie is making a lot at the moment of pickled cucumbers, but we're eating, I don't know, 30 odd cucumbers a week fresh. These huge summer sprouts, I like to call them cabbage sprouts, little onions for salads, little red cabbage, gorgeous cauliflower, garlic of course, loads and loads of calabrese. Now this is interesting, so this is graffiti cauliflower, it's blown obviously, but we don't mind that at all. I know a lot of people would throw that away, but we kind of just break it up into individual florets like that and just use it like broccoli and it tastes fine, no problem at all. Just a little sample of the onions that we picked that we're going to seed there, and you can see not great quality. The white ones are actually fine, they didn't go to seed. And some baking potatoes, tomatoes for the salads, golden purslane for the salads, salad onions, salad potatoes, loads and loads of carrots. We basically have this number of carrots now until the end of April, so quite a substantial amount of carrots. I may have gone slightly over the top with carrots this year, who knows. And the salad mixes, there's a few more over there. So that is not a bad table. As I say, our objective is not to grow that much in summer because we really want this sort of size of harvest every week of the year. And if you do too much in summer, then obviously you don't have it in autumn, winter and spring. So there we go. So hope you liked this quick video. My name's Steve, this is the Seaside Kitchen Garden and Allotment channel, and I'll see you soon.